If you've ever wondered what happens when you dig deep enough, scientists just discovered something mind-blowing 6 miles underwater that changes everything we thought we knew about the limits of life on Earth. But what if we didn't stop there? What if we kept drilling straight through the ocean floor, through 4,000 meters aisles of crushing rock and molten metal all the way to the other side of the planet? What would we find? What would happen to us? And what does cutting-edge research tell us is really happening in the deepest places on Earth right now? Let's start with what scientists just found that has everyone talking. In 2024, Chinese researchers using the submersible Fendouzhe dove nearly 32,000 feet down into the Mariana Trench that is deeper than Mount Everest is tall. What they discovered broke every record: entire communities of giant tube worms, some a foot long, and massive clams living in complete darkness, sustained not by sunlight, but by chemicals seeping from cracks in the ocean floor. This discovery spans over 1,500 miles across multiple ocean trenches and represents the deepest extensive ecosystem ever found. These creatures are thriving under pressure that would crush a human instantly over 1,000 times the pressure at sea level. But here's what's incredible. Scientists found over 7,500 species of microorganisms, and 89% of them had never been seen before. So we know life exists at crushing depths. But what if we kept going deeper? What if we drilled straight down through this alien world, through the ocean floor, and didn't stop until we reached the other side of Earth? Our journey starts not on land like the Soviet Kola project, but at the bottom of the ocean. We're beginning our drill at Challenger Deep, the deepest known point on Earth at nearly 36,000 feet down. The pressure here is already 1,086 times atmospheric pressure. Imagine 100 elephants standing on your head. But we're not stopping here. We're drilling through the seafloor itself. Every 10 feet deeper adds another atmosphere of pressure. The ocean floor here is covered in sediment that's been accumulating for millions of years, filled with the remains of creatures that lived and died in the waters above. As we drill through the first few hundred feet, we repassing through layers of sediment containing those newly discovered microorganisms that somehow process methane and other chemicals to create energy. These creatures represent an entirely different tree of life, one that doesn't depend on the sun. Within the first mile of drilling through the seafloor, our drill encounters temperatures of 320 Kelvin. That's hot enough to kill any unprotected human from heat stroke. But we're just getting started. Our imaginary drill needs to be made of materials that don't exist yet, because even titanium would melt at the temperatures we're about to encounter. The oceanic crust is thinner than continental crust, only about 3 to 6 miles thick compared to 25 to 40 miles on land. So we punch through relatively quickly and enter the mantle. Here, every kilometer deeper means temperatures rise by 25 degrees Celsius. In the mantle, we encounter something fascinating. The rock around us starts behaving like hot plastic. At temperatures over 1,300 degrees Celsius, the pressure is so intense that rock that should be molten stays solid, but becomes incredibly gooey. We're drilling through what's essentially hot, flowing rock that moves in giant convection currents over millions of years. This movement is driven by heat from the Earth, as core some left over from when our planet formed. 4.5 billion years ago from meteorites smashing together, and some from radioactive decay. The Earth is cooling, but so slowly it will take billions of years to make a difference. By the time we've drilled 1,000 miles down, we're experiencing pressures and temperatures that would instantly vaporize any known material. The temperature has reached over to 500 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt steel. But our fictional drill keeps going, deeper into the planet than any human technology has ever ventured. At about 1,800 miles down, something incredible happens. We break through into the outer core. Suddenly we're drilling through liquid metal. This isn't just hot, we are talking temperatures between 7,200 and 90 degrees Fahrenheit, as hot as the surface of the sun. The outer core is a churning ocean of liquid iron and nickel, and this constant movement creates something absolutely critical: Earth's magnetic field. Without this magnetic field generated by the swirling metal around us, cosmic radiation would strip away our atmosphere and end all life on the surface. Here's something mind-blowing that scientists recently discovered. Our magnetic field actually flips north, becomes south, and south becomes north. The last time this happened was 780,000 years ago. We can read the history of these flips like a barcode in the rocks on the ocean floor. When will it flip again? Nobody knows. Drilling through liquid metal would be like trying to drill through water, except this water is hotter than the sun and electrically conductive. The drill would need constant cooling, and the liquid metal would try to flow into any cavity we create. Finally, at 3,200 miles down, we reach the inner core, a solid ball of iron. And nickel, almost as hot as the sun's surface. But kept solid by pressure 3.6 million times greater than atmospheric pressure, which recent discoveries have revealed the inner core is even stranger than we thought. Scientists found evidence that there might be in an inner core a hidden structure within the solid center that has different properties. The inner core appears to be changing shape and rotating at a different speed than the rest of the planet, speeding up and slowing down on a roughly 70-year cycle. At the very center, 3,959 miles from where we started, we experience something impossible to imagine: zero gravity. All of Earth's mass surrounds us equally in every direction, so the gravitational forces cancel out. We're weightless, floating in the hottest, most pressurized place in the solar system. But we're not done. We have to drill through another 3,959 miles to reach the other side. As we drill past the center, something strange happens. Gravity starts pulling us backward toward the center we just left. Could this ever actually happen? Absolutely not. And here, SY, the deepest humans have ever drilled, is the Kola super deep borehole in Russia, just 7.6 miles down. Only 0.2% of the way to the center. It took 20 years and cost billions, and they had to stop because their equipment kept melting and the hole kept collapsing. If a human actually fell into our hypothetical tunnel, they'd be dead within the first mile from heat stroke. By 25 miles down, the air pressure alone would crush them. At 200 miles, any remains would be completely incinerated. But let's say we had magical protection and fell through an airless tunnel. We'd accelerate to incredible speeds, reaching about 18,000 miles per hour by the time we passed through the center. Without air resistance, we'd shoot out the other side of Earth at the same speed we entered, then fall back down again, oscillating back and forth like a cosmic yo-yo forever. With air in the tunnel, we'd reach terminal velocity of about 120 miles per hour, and take over a week to reach the center, finally getting stuck floating in the superdense air at Earth's core. While we can't drill through Earth, every attempt to go deeper reveals incredible secrets. From the thriving ecosystem 6 miles underwater that redefine the limits of life, to the mysterious inner core that changes shape and spins at its own pace. Our planet is far more dynamic and alive than we ever imagined. The deepest we can go shows us that life finds a way in the most impossible places, and that Earth itself is a living, breathing, constantly changing world that we're only beginning to understand. The question isn't just what's down there, it's what else are we going to discover? Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey to the center of the Earth, don't forget to like and subscribe for more mind-blowing science.